Fucking gold. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 16 of Buckets of Duckets. I am your host, Chase Myers. Over there is my co-host, the one, Josh Watts.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
Get it together.
This is episode 16, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we're coming in hot tonight, y'all. I'm recording upstairs now. My kids and family are downstairs, which is basically, I'm single now. Like
For sure.
I'm single and I'm not a stay-at-home mom anymore. So
Turns out
I'm here to
after
fucking party.
15 weeks of recording in the living room while all your family tries to have a family life, they're like,
Yeah,
dude,
they
can
did
you
not like
go?
hearing me talk about?
Can you go talk about your dick upstairs, please? Please.
Hey, you know your kids were listening to you talk about fingering a girl in a truck. Why is that? Why are we doing that in the living room? Your kids are trying to watch Moana.
Oh fuck.
Fuck. I leaned too far back in the backdrop moved.
Dude, we dropped back to back. Oh fuck.
All right. There you go.
It is.
There you go.
There
I got
it
a
is.
fancy new chair too, ladies and gentlemen. It's an office chair.
Got that for you.
You can see the shoulder right there. It's made for extra muscular fellas, such as moi.
Specialty
So,
order.
sometimes I'm tempted to lean back into it and knock over the backdrop that is the exact same color as the wall behind me.
Pew pew. Guys, make sure you subscribe, rate, and review. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the
Stitcher?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know, man. I quit fucking with Stitcher years ago. I don't even know if it's still a thing.
I pay for Stitcher because I want to hear all of Comedy Bang Bang. That's what I bought
I
it.
think Marin's on there too. Now that you say that.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he used to have
he
a
do?
podcast, and then I don't know. He had some he started having horrible guests like the president and shit, and I don't know what happened after that. After that, nobody really cared.
I listened to a lot of Marin's for a while, and then I got too familiar with Mark Maron, and I had to he started making me more neurotic and self-conscious of myself and weird because I'm like, I've never thought of being neurotic about that before.
Oh
Fuck.
man, I could be that
Huh.
self-centered. Whoa.
All right, I got it.
I mean, it worked out pretty good for this dude.
There was a period at open mics for 2 weeks after I saw one of his specials that I tried to be Mark Maron. So I'd sit down on the stool with my notebook and try to say smart, thought-out jokes that weren't about dicks or push-ups or whatever, and just
It's
nobody.
about how you
nobody
feel.
cared.
Did you get up there and talk about your last
Yeah, nobody
breakup?
nobody cares about how I feel inside. They only care about feeling my outside. I've learned that. That's the price you pay to be a
Yeah,
beefcake
that's the cross that you bear. I know
in
that.
the world today.
And by the way,
I got catcalled in New Orleans.
Yeah?
Yeah, today. I was walking down the street. And a dude yelled at me from across the way. He goes, "Hey, let me see that dick." And I was like, "Bro, I'm
damn,
just trying to walk."
dude.
Yeah, dude. People, they ask me, "Hey, is that butthole puckered?" I'm like, "I'm just trying to get a coffee." You know?
Come on, man.
The next
Just the
episode of
things.
the podcast, on the podcast network, we're doing a podcast where I just walk down the street dressed provocatively with a GoPro strapped to my back so we can watch all the people that are looking at my butthole.
It's
And
just
then
gonna be
Chase
you
goes
walking
up to the
around
fat
going,
suit.
"You don't see my butthole? Why is nobody talking about my butthole?"
Put your mask on!
Don't act like you're better than me. You see this fucking arm. All right? I cut the sleeves off for you.
This is the first episode I'm not wearing a black t-shirt. I got on my Life is Good. I said that as if they're a sponsor or anybody gives a fuck what's on my shirt. What am I wearing on this podcast that I'm recording in my house that nobody listens?
First off, people listen, don't you dare.
I didn't mean nobody listens. I meant to say nobody cared. That's why I let it trail off. I know people listen. Just nobody cares about my shirt. They just want to see my big old man titties flexing for them. And ladies and gentlemen, that's on the Patreon only site. You got to pay $8 a month to see that.
That is
$12 a
true.
month,
If you
Chase put his balls on the camera.
if you
What is happening?
I don't know. I was gonna slowly level up the bit, and you went like
Nah, dude.
I was gonna go cutesy and go for $12. We'll both record with our shirts off. I thought that would be cute, and then you just
Nah,
went
dude.
straight to I'm smearing my butthole on the cam.
Chase's gooch is on the camera, just boop. Guys, I paid $18 a month, and I saw my two favorite podcast hosts' taint. So,
Dude, whatever the people
I guess
want,
the
man.
internet's cool.
Whatever the
I guess
people
the
want.
internet's cool.
I got it, dude. Make sure you guys check out the Buckets of Duckets OnlyFans. We do a lot of feet stuff over there. Got a lot of good feet pics.
A comedian I like a comedian from, I think she's, it doesn't matter. A comedian started an OnlyFans, and I went to see. I've never been to an OnlyFans, and I wanted to see what the deal was, because like if there's anybody, I want to see. Okay, let's see what's going on. But instead of the Google search, I tweeted out her handle and then OnlyFans.com, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Holy fuck! How long did you have it up?
Long enough
to
someone else
to get 27 likes on it.
Yeah, long enough that it got more likes than any tweet I've ever tweeted. No, long enough that I freaked out about it, because like I don't need her to, like, I'll anonymously pay to see her naked. I don't need her to know that I'm searching. That's awful. And
That's
you know the worst
amazing.
part is that's the second or third time I've accidentally tagged this one comedian when I was searching her, or like trying to see a joke that she used to tell, or she used to do this funny cooking show, and I tried to Google it, and instead of like, or Twitter search it, instead of search it, I tagged her in that too. I was like, God damn.
Dude, I love that story. That's fucking amazing.
Dude, it was fucking terrible, because I was like, we've done shows together. Me and you have done shows with her, and I was like,
oh, dude, you gotta text me. You gotta text me. Here it is. Don't tag her. Don't tag her when you text me.
I'm gonna go to text her. Just gonna tag her. So,
oh, dude, that's so. I wonder what she thinks. I wonder what she's like. Oh, every now and then.
That's what I was gonna say. So, if she remembers me at all, it's as a dude that smoked with her at an open mic or whatever that she did in Alabama or something, like nothing. Or she's gonna look at this guy who's trying to look at her in OnlyFans and be like, what is happening? Because I know the Twitter. I know that if she looks, it's gonna be a picture of me like.
It always makes me mad. Not really mad, but I get like kind of defensive whenever you always say like that I don't remember people, and that I don't give a shit about other comics and stuff like that. And you don't
remember who I just texted you.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't have a fuck clue who you're talking about.
At least 2 shows in Mobile.
Okay.
Not just shows like where we hung out before the show with them.
Of course.
We hung out after the show with them. We smoked with them. That's funny. She's really funny, and she's in a band.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at my Twitter search history, I guess, and see. I'm just perving over here. Some kind of skis bag.
Dude, I almost had you almost rubbed off on me this weekend, or this week, because
good.
If we're doing an episode of Buckets of Duckets, somebody needs to get in an altercation at some point during that week.
There has to be a fight.
Right. Dude, so I'm at work, you know. I'm a working man now. Just blue collar.
With a real job.
Wake up every morning, drink my coffee, go to work.
Read the paper.
Come home, wait to go to work again. That's what I do now, right? That's what my life is. No longer a performer. I'm just
thinking about how much you hate working.
I just really care now about the inventory out of warehouse. That's really what gets me going now. Every day I just wake up
and go,
yesterday when I fell asleep, there were 12 hats we couldn't find. Where are those 12 hats? And I just think about that the whole time. I said yesterday before I fall asleep.
Is it an Amazon warehouse, or is it just a warehouse?
No, it's just a regular warehouse. I ain't helping Bezos with shit. So it doesn't matter. He made $1 billion just in me saying that. So I'm just being a regular. I think I'm a regular working man, but I forget that I have the superpower of being incredibly charming, and so there's a basketball dude. So I don't think I've ever talked about this on the show. So there's a basketball court at the warehouse that I work at. Not a court. There's just a goal, right? And
You sure it's not Amazon? That sounds like some Amazon shit.
nah, because it's a shit. It's not like built in anywhere. Like it's a shitty one
I've seen
that you
Silicon
gotta
Valley,
move
bro.
around. And a lot of basketball goals.
Yeah, I know what's happening.
I know what's happening. I know you took a slide right down to the basketball court.
And ate a little bowl of cereal that they dropped out for you.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
I'm over there right after my blowjob robot just sucked me off, right? And so I'm doing it's just a regular place, you know. And playing basketball. There's a girl over there, just a coworker, and I there was like a funny story that I remembered of like, oh yeah, hey, this blah 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 blah. Talk for a second. She laughs a bunch because I'm hilarious, right? And then
Yeah.
and then I go start playing basketball, just swish, just doing my Michael Scott, right? Just getting it,
Just,
and
just nailing them, nothing but nets.
nothing but nets. And for real though, okay. So here's the thing: I had to humble myself with basketball recently. So I played basketball in high school. I like to think that I'm somewhat athletic, like I can handle myself. I used to win a bunch of like shooting competitions and stuff whenever I was in high school and junior high, and so I beat everybody at horse in this warehouse for a good 8 or 9 months, like for real. And here's the thing: not a lot of athletes in the warehouse. All right, not
Right.
yeah. And so, but that went
I
to
hope
my
they're
head.
listening.
That went to my head.
I hope
and
you're
now,
listening, you fat shits.
I mean, let's go to the records. All right, let's go. Let's point out the time that you beat me, and I'll take it back. And so, so I'm beating
Man,
these
hot.
dudes. I'm beating these dudes, right? And and I'm thinking, like in my head, I'm like, man, I'm one of the greatest shooters of all time. I'm easily one of the best guys. Steph Curry fucking sucked
I'm
dick.
easily one of the best.
like when you count it out, right? It goes like Steph Curry, Dame Lillard, Chase Myers, right?
Tony
That's
Kukoc.
Tony Kukoc right on my heels. You know what I'm saying? And look,
Yeah.
much respect to the Croatian sensation.
Thank you.
All love for Tony. And so, anyway, this summer they hired a bunch of young. I'm old now, bro. That's what I'm dealing with. I didn't realize I'm old now. I'm fucking in my 30s. They hired a bunch of 21-year-old dudes. One dude that like literally played junior college ball or something, and like just a bunch of, and like his brother that can also ball. And we they don't want to play horse. They want to play 21. They don't want to play my old man game.
I love 21, dude. That was my game.
They want to play 21 and watch me
You
just
can elbow the fuck out of somebody
Dude.
at 21.
Bruh, yeah, they're just schooling the fuck out of me, right? And so I've had to take that hit, and so now I just don't take breaks when they're on break, and, and I go play wherever I want to.
Hey, where's that old man Chase at? He's hiding in the locker room because he knows we're on break. Chase just eating a sandwich in the bathroom stall. I don't want to play.
All right, so I get done being charming, right? Girls laughing, and I can't stress enough that I'm not hitting on this girl. There's no, you know, and so start playing basketball. This dude on his forklift, like, drives the forklift over to the fucking court, like, gets off the forklift and comes, like, walks up to me and is like, "You talking to my girl?" And Josh, this is a big motherfucker. Like, he's,
But aren't you? You're the boss, right?
I mean, anywhere I go, but no, I'm not. No, I'm not his boss. I'm not. No. And so he works in a whole other part of the warehouse and shit. And walks up to me. You talking to my girl? I kind of have like a weird, like, kind of stare at him because I don't understand what's happening. Because I also know that girl, and I know he's not dating that girl. So, like,
Right.
also
That's
that
even creepier.
yeah, exactly. And we kind of stare at each other for a second, and then he lets me off the hook. I'm just fucking with you, ha ha ha, whatever. But here's the thing, man. Jokes are hard. They're so hard, and that is a difficult joke to do because while you're doing that, I got Josh Watch energy in me, for the last couple weeks, and I got like I said, this is a big dude. My only option,
Kneecap.
my only option is to swing first. So the sooner you let me know that you're joking, the better, because I almost two-pieced
Fuck
this
yes.
motherfucker for no
Dude.
reason, just because he thought he was funny for a second.
Shake.
Yo, just because he thought he was funny for a second. And yeah, literally, like, and then we had like the weird, like him coming up to me later and be like, dude, I was just fucking with you, but I'm sorry. Like, we had that whole thing. But yeah, I had my version of a Josh Watts moment, which is I didn't really say anything. I just stared at the dude. But yeah, but no, dude, what a fucking idiot. Because I mean, dude, that is my move. Like, that was what I was gonna have to do. I'm fucking swinging because I don't know.
That's always been my move. If I'm gonna fight, I'm just gonna swing. If I don't want to fight, I'm a pretty good shit talker or could talk my way out of it. But if I'm gonna fight, if we're gonna fight, I'm swinging immediately. It's funny you say that. Whenever I was a kid growing up, I mean, this is gonna be hard to believe. This will be a stretch. But I was a bit of an asshole who liked to start shit when I would go out in public. And I know, it's hard to believe, Christian boy. And when my older brother got his car, he would take us to the mall or to the movies every once in a while. And like, there was nothing cooler for 12-year-old me than riding shotgun in my brother's car with the bass, because that was back when speakers were in the big boxes.
Yeah.
Like he built his own speaker box in his trunk, and just the whole back half of his car was fucking useless because it rattled.
Yeah, it's pushing all up against your front seat and shit.
And I used to feel like the coolest motherfucker. I would yell at people on the side of the road. Like, we'd drive by and I'd yell at people who were standing outside because I think I was cool. And he used to always try to teach me a lesson. Obviously it worked. But one time we were yelling. I called this dude an asshole. So we drove by and I just yelled at this old man. Then he kept speeding up and catching up with us. And he was like, why don't you pull over? Let's fucking fight. And I'm 14, so I'm like, I'll fucking pull. Yeah, let's pull over. Let's fucking do this. I take my shirt off in the car. I'm like, let's fucking go. And then he starts to pull over, and my brother fucking pulls over. I'm like, no.
Nah, dude, no.
What are you doing? You don't actually fucking stop the car. You keep going.
What part of what I said made you think that I wanted you to stop the car? Like,
what about I'm going to get out and fuck this old man up made you think I wanted you to stop this Honda Excel right now?
What about pull over right fucking now made you think that I wanted you to pull over right now?
Oh, dude, I would hang out of the car with my shirt off. Oh, fuck you up, old man. I was so turned, and then I thought I would regain some of my cool points because we went to the movies after that. After he proved I was a chicken shit at 12 and didn't want to fight a 45-year-old man.
Also,
on the side of the interstate.
That you had more leverage than you realized, dude. If a 14-year-old kid just gets out aggressive and goes, "What, old man? What?" and just chest up against him, like, he's gonna be hands up, like, "Oh, I didn't know you were a child. I didn't like it's." That would have been the move.
And that would have been his first and last mistake, dude. That would have been KIA.
My youngest brother's like 19. I wish I would have thought of this like 5 years ago to tell him. I would have absolutely told him, like, dude, don't you ever take shit from an older person. You just fucking run up on him.
Take your shirt off and get right up against him.
Get right up on him. You control it, okay?
So we went to the movies after that, and it was me and my two brothers, and we were out on our own, so we were cool. And I found a bag of like Burger King that was just like trash and some mayonnaise and like a drink just in a bag in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And I picked it up and I spun it around and I threw it in the air as high as I could, and it splattered on somebody's windshield. And I laughed my ass off. And then these three dudes came run up and go, "Hey, motherfucker, that's my fucking car." And they come running up, and I spin around and I'm like, oh shit. Cause I'm 14, right. And these are like big dudes that were very angry and screaming and running. And I was so fucking scared because I was like, well, I'm about to get knocked out. Here it comes. And then they ran right up to me, fist up, like they were going to hit me until they got right up on me. Just fucking saying that ain't our car. And then just
we don't care.
Just made me shit myself and like, you a bitch, and then left.
I knew it. I knew you was.
Destroyed 12 years or 14 years of masculinity I'd been building up in my heart and soul, and it was just left in the parking lot of Cortana Mall when I pissed myself.
Dude, fuck. I'm in Panama City for my
Florida?
Yeah, I'm in Panama City, Florida for my my senior trip, bro. You go to Panama City,
Oh!
fucking party it up, right? And me, just all my bros out there, right? And and there's this older dude that I used to
Were
go
you
to.
with your bro? That's Chris. That's
Yes,
a
it's
real
super
Christian
Christian
guy
now.
now.
At this point, hey, bro, I don't care how Christian you are now. I remember when you was trying to get your dick wet all over Panama City. Okay, I was there. I saw it. Don't you pray for
I
me
faked
ever
it.
again, okay? I'm good. I'm doing just fine. So,
Because back then we were praying for you to get your dick wet.
yeah.
All right.
It didn't happen enough, to be honest with you, bro, before you fucking
Obviously.
decide to change your whole life and lock yourself in a room and pray all the goddamn time. I don't even know.
Panama City.
How is he? That's one of those weird things. This was like my best friend from like 6th grade until we were like in our early 20s.
You started. I remember.
Yeah.
The first show
We
I met
started
you at, he
comedy
was there
together.
doing comedy with you.
Yeah, we started comedy together, and he quit like weeks after. And and then we like literally from the moment he quit comedy, everything changed. Like
I swooped in and I fucking stole Chase Myers. Now we're making buckets of duckets on the internet. Conor McGregor's pissing his pants and hiding in his mama's closet in Ireland from us, all because you decided to follow Jesus or whatever. Congratulations, bro.
Connor, your mama likes me more, okay? She's not going to protect you.
We've seen every episode, and every episode's been listened to in Ireland by at least four or 5 people.
No shit. We do. I mentioned in the last episode that we had a percentage of listeners in Ireland. We got a bump in percentage after the episode. So, like, hey, dudes that are in Ireland, listen, fucking email us. Or so, like, say hey.
Let us know what's going on. That's awesome.
And if you are Connor, get fucked. But if you're just a regular dude,
yeah, don't.
Like,
if you're Connor, don't email us.
Yeah, you know where to meet me. Okay, 2027, Las Vegas. Be ready.
Come and get some.
Be ready.
The opening fight is going to be me against Logan Paul.
Boom.
Is that his name?
Who cares? No, I think that is his name. I think that is his name. So I'm in Panama City, right? Fucking senior trip. There's an older guy that I went to church with, and he's probably 4 or 5 years older than me, right? And he's just out there just being a drunk asshole, right? He as soon as he graduated high school, went to the military, and now he's came back a just crazy person,
Dumb
right?
Fuck.
And so he's actually really
that happens.
He's a really good dude, but he's fucking wild. Like he's goddamn wild. And so, bro, this story's gonna sound like as I'm trying to like think out the beats, it's gonna sound insane.
Good.
And so, I'm in Panama. I've known him basically my whole life because I went to that same church that whole time, you know. And so, hey man, I heard you were, it's funny. His name is Josh too. Like,
I think I remember this story.
I think I'm pretty sure I've told you this. I've told you a part of this for sure.
Good.
And so, I hit him up. I'm like, hey man, I'm going to be in Panama City just at the same time that he just so happens to be like taking his vacation or whatever the fuck. And he's there with a bunch of people and everything. And so we meet up one day, and he's buying us alcohol. Like he's over 21.
Yeah,
he's the one buying us.
Josh's do.
Yeah, he's the one that's buying us all the alcohol and shit. And so I go and I meet up with him, and and 2 of my friends, my best friend at the time, and then another dude, go with us to meet him. It's Josh and then his boy, and he's like drunk as fuck, right? And Panama City, like in the like where we are, like the hotels, it's like traffic's just really slow, like because everything is on this like one strip, you know, so everything's just kind of creeping. And this dude just like whenever he drives through Walmart, like he like drives over like a median that's got like you know, just like a little plant, like a flower there or whatever. He makes sure he crushes that flower and like just to show me how cool he is, you know what I'm saying? And
I get it. I know the move.
Yeah, and he's drinking a beer while this is happening, and I'm terrified.
It's a Josh move, man. It's a very Josh move. It's in the handbook.
And I don't think that I'm pretty sure my other 2 friends, I think this is me introducing them to my old friend Josh that's been buying us alcohol the whole time. So they don't feel safe, right? And I know what he's capable of, so I'm well aware of what could happen. And so, you know, he drives out like an asshole. He keeps like driving like onto what's it got, like just the sidewalk and shit to like go around traffic and stuff. Like he's almost hitting people, and he's like blaring country music loud as fuck. And he's at one point he goes like, Chase, there's a rifle under your seat. I'm like, cool. He's like, hand me that rifle. Nope. Hand me that rifle. No. Chase, give me that motherfucking rifle. All right. And so then I hand it to him. He's just sitting in the fuck, just driving the car with a rifle, beer in the other hand, Panama City. Like he's stopped. We're in traffic. He's just stopped there, singing his fucking ass off, blah, blah, blah. He's like kind of cocking it. I'm pretty sure it's not loaded. I don't know, but he's like cocking it. And he's like, now it's
pretty sure it's not loaded. Pretty sure it's not loaded is not good enough.
No.
We should put that out there.
This is 18-year-old Chase. I want to put that out there. This is very much a first situation of everything that happened is the first time in my life I've seen anything like that happen. So this is me trying to. I've never seen somebody just decide to destroy a flower bed in a Walmart. I've never seen that happen.
Why would you?
I've never seen somebody drive over on the shoulder to get one car in front of somebody. Like I've never seen that happen. So he's got this gun in his lap. His buddy's sitting next to him, and he doesn't shoot him. By the way, I understand how that sounded. Just full Dick Cheney, dude, just standing there telling the story, popped
right
him
in his face,
right in his mouth. And we just pushed him out the truck, kept going. So there's like a car that's like blaring rap music, right? It's a couple white dudes blaring rap music, and Josh from Denham Springs, Louisiana, this is very offensive to him. White people that like black culture. This is not acceptable, I guess. And so he fucking whips a goddamn crazy Yui, right? We almost get in a wreck. And then he drives on the like side of the road, and the shoulder. That's what the fuck I've been looking for this whole time. The shoulder of the road. We can end the podcast.
Did you look at these?
Exactly. Because those are so intimidating. I'm looking down. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. I'm either looking above them or below them, and so it's it's hard. And so it wasn't right. It wasn't right there for me to grab. So he drives over on the shoulder. He realizes, oh shit, I got the gun in my fucking lap. So he turns around, hands me the gun, and so now I'm holding the gun, and then he fucking. He gets the dudes to like roll their window down more, and they don't know what the fuck's going on. They're just partying in Panama City or whatever, and so they look over. Josh takes his beer, fucking chunks his beer at the dude's face, just beer bottle, hits the dude in the face, and then he just drives away. And so that happens, right? Drives away.
I don't like the reason that it happened. But I'm on board.
I know. There's parts of this.
If you want to pull up, throw a beer in somebody's face, like
there's parts of this that's going to speak to you for sure. So I put the gun.
It's the Josh from Denham Springs, Louisiana, in me.
Yeah. So dude puts his gun back on the. It's an F-250 if you didn't fucking know. He puts his fucking gun back under the seat, or I do, and then. We finally, after we get to the parking lot that my car's at, so we can drive back safely with our alcohol he just bought us. And we get there. I forgot this little part of it too. Me and the dudes that I was with, we went and played golf that day. So we're dressed like nerds. So I got a polo on, and my shirt tucked in, and I'm going to grab my like clubs out of his truck and stuff like that. And so we're in this parking lot, and those dudes that he threw a beer at, turns out they didn't forget that. They didn't just go, damn, that sucks, and just keep moving. Remember that time that dude just drove up with a gun and threw a beer at us? And like, it was fucking wild.
We forgot about it, just went about our lives.
Yeah. So they come drive into the parking lot, and Josh and his friend are still sitting in the truck. They just see me and two other 18-year-olds and think that we're the ones that did. So they start fucking screaming at us, and they're like, yeah, you fucking bitches, ain't gonna do nothing now, not gonna do nothing now, huh, blah, 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 like all this stuff. And I'm really not gonna do anything now, because I think this is crazy. And so I'm just kind of like, but it's hard. Like, I'm not gonna be like, I wasn't the one that threw it at, I was just sitting back. I just wanted him to buy me alcohol underage. That's all I wanted. I wanted to break one law. I didn't want to break all those other laws.
I ain't trying to start a fight.
Chase Myers ain't never want to hurt nobody. All right. And so I finally like kind of get the other dude's name is Red, so it's Josh and Red, and so I like Red. I was like, the fucking dudes, and he looks up, and then he hits Josh, and then the both of them instantly haul ass, just as fast as they fucking could, just start dead sprinting at these dudes who are in their car, like they're like kind of doing the like hanging their body out the window, yelling type shit. They start running. These fucking dudes take off, scared shitless, just drive away, and the bad guys won.
Dude, I like this story. I like this Josh. I don't like the reason that he first attacked. I love his approach.
Dude.
Fucking love his game plan, dude. That strategy is
no
fantastic.
question. Just hauled ass. I've been waiting my whole life for another situation like that to occur where somebody beef with me and I just start running at them. And I had it this week and I fucking missed it. I fucking missed it. Fucking, you never know what's coming. 13 years later, comes around. Some jackass drives a forklift right over to me, starts yelling, "You ain't gonna do shit," and I just stared at him. But this time, I was definitely more prepared. Last time, I wasn't gonna do shit. This time, this dude was gonna catch an elbow. I was gonna elbow him for sure.
So, I want to tell you a crazy story that's not gonna sound believable, but is 100% true.
Josh, last week, you grabbed a elderly man's keys out of his hands and threw it out of a store. And even with you being my best friend in the whole world and a man that I trust beyond anything, I still, like, on first telling was like, what the fuck are you saying right now? So yeah, I know it's gonna sound unbelievable.
He wasn't elderly, he was just older. Tits up and wear your fucking mask. So
anything in your hand I can take. That's
throw it right out of the fucking.
That's my favorite line you've ever said.
When I was getting ready to go to I was in the Air Force and we were getting ready to go to Afghanistan, and it was 2001, like right after, or well, we're training before to go. Long story. All right, so it's right around the end of 2001.
I'm sorry. Was that a little conspiracy there going on? What was that?
No. It was just we were going over there to install 5G to take out their government. No.
Oh!
We gotta
end it. Dude, I'm calling my boy Snowden, bro. He's got a place for us. Don't worry.
So we're in New Jersey at Fort Dix doing anti-terrorism training, and we're going. The training ends after 2 weeks. So it's like a 2-week course or a month, whatever. And then we were stuck there for like another 2 weeks or 3 weeks because the Air Force couldn't find a plane to fly us to Spain. So we were stuck in New Jersey as Air Force people because the Air Force couldn't find a plane to fly us to Spain. They had to explain that to me so many times.
There's not one plane.
Why are we just here?
There's not one plane around. You can't take some of us, come back, get the rest of us.
I feel like y'all probably have access to numerous planes.
There's not somebody, there's not somebody that loves to fly planes that would love to help some fucking veterans. Is that just love to help the United States military?
So we go after the train ends. We literally have nothing to do. So we're just a bunch of young military dudes stuck in New Jersey with 2 vans and a whole lot of per diem money. So we were just going, we were going in progressive circles further and further away, and then getting shit-faced and driving our way back in. And we ended up in Philadelphia one night from New Jersey, or Atlantic. It was Atlantic City. I've never been in a casino until then.
Okay.
And they were giving me all these free drinks, and I didn't tip a goddamn person one fucking penny because I didn't know.
Yeah.
Free drinks.
So I know what free means.
Asked me to leave. No, you don't. You think you do, you don't. So
because
of you not tipping. Yeah, they asked me to leave because I didn't tip. So they finally, because I wasn't gambling.
Wasn't doing anything.
I just wanted to get drunk. Yeah, I wasn't doing nothing. I was standing around like a dumbass, just standing there. These are free, right? I didn't have to pay for this.
Why didn't anybody talk about this?
Why don't more people know?
You don't gotta give them anything. They just give you alcohol. That's how it works.
Kicked out, and I ended up going. I was 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 20, 21. I ended up going to a bar, like a club, And on the dance floor, this is 2001. On the dance floor were these two huge dudes that look like they look like dudes in suits, like guys in big armor suits, because they didn't look like huge, clearly bodyguards for somebody. And when I look, nobody's anywhere around them. And in the middle of those two dudes is Pink, the singer.
No shit.
Pink. Yeah, dude. And this is back when she had really short pink hair. And
yeah, this is fresh Pink. This is 2001.
Woo! And she's dancing on the dance floor. And bro, I danced right past those security guards and right up to her.
No, you didn't. They didn't.
Oh, dude.
They did.
Yes, I did. They're on the floor. I danced. She sees me dancing over towards them, dances with me for half a second. And a giant man picks me up over his head and carries me out of the bar and drops me down. Like, not drop, but puts me down. And, dude, it was worth 30 seconds, maybe, of her dancing with me. And she did, like, her hand on my cheek and then flicked my chin. And I was like, oh, and then a dude just picked me up and threw me out of the bar. And because that happened in front of everybody, I knew I was going to get in a fight later that night.
Because, like, jealousy?
No, because a bodyguard picked me up in front of all my crew and just carried me out like a little child, and I did nothing.
Oh, you had to defend yourself. You had to defend your honor.
21-year-old military police officer getting ready to go to Afghanistan, Josh Watts, was like, this can't stand. But I wasn't going to go back and fight this dude because he was a fucking house. Like, I'm not going to go fight him. So I'm like, the next motherfuckers that I see that I think are smaller than me is getting fucked up.
Yeah, I get that.
So
I get that mindset.
To this other bar. And this is 2001. It's after 9/11. So military, we're just loved. We're not paying for drinks. People are taking care of it. We didn't pay to get into bars.
Right.
Anything. And we made sure you knew we were in the military, but,
Yeah, you were in your full fatigues. Yeah, okay.
I wore my whole uniform and had my gun and white gloves, the whole fucking thing. Tell you what, those glove fingers.
I would like a table for two.
So we go into this bar, and these women just like start buying us drinks and dance with us. And I'm 20, everybody else is around. All the military dudes are around that age. And these ladies are 40s. Like, they mentioned a couple times they have sons that are about our age or whatever. Mm-hmm. Oh. They're buying a shit ton of drinks, and they're kind of hot, so we're dancing with them. And then their husbands are right there. But their husbands don't like to dance. So they said it's okay for us to dance with y'all. Which, if I didn't have any alcohol in my system, would know that's a setup.
Yeah.
That's for sure. They're going to get off whenever he comes over here and tries to fight me because I'm dancing with his wife or whatever happens. And sure enough, they came over to try to fight us. And he starts talking shit. One of the guys starts like jawing at me. And it's still one of the coolest things I've ever seen. My friend Sean had a beer in his hand. He flipped it upside down and just started dumping it out and walking over there ready to fight.
Whoa.
It was the coolest shit. Yeah, dude, it was had in his hand. And I saw he tossed it upside down and just started walking while it was empty. And I was like, yes.
Dude, I'm taking
and then
that
one
too.
of those dudes, while he was talking to me, the other one came up beside me and hit me in the head with a Heineken bottle. I have a scar on my head from it, but
I ain't see nothing.
Unlike the movies, Heineken bottles don't shatter when you're hitting the head with them. They just make a very loud thunk and hurt like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I bet.
So I got hit. I go down on the ground and he just starts stomping on me. And everybody in this bar starts fighting for us because we're the young military dudes that have very loudly been like, we're going to war in an hour. So everybody comes to try to help defend us from these two middle-aged fucks. And I'm not proud of it. I am proud of it. When I got up off the ground, the dude that hit me with a bottle was being held back by like 5 people. And I picked up a folding chair. And I ran over and I hit him in the head as hard as I possibly could. And I hit him so hard that I dropped the chair. I was like, we got to get out of here.
That was the line. Go. That was the line.
I hit that dude a lot. We need to go. Because when I hit him, the people that were holding like, whoa, he's dead.
Whose side are we on?
His head just exploded.
I'm holding a dead man now.
Is any war really civil? Honestly.
And then Pink walks in. Stop! 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 It's not supposed to be
I
this
love
way.
him. That's
I
my
love this man. This beautiful
So-
man and his beautiful shoulders.
So I hit this dude in the head with a chair, and
Right.
we flee. We flee and go back to the base.
The crime scene,
right?
correct.
Of course. The next morning, we get called in front of. Okay, we are a visiting team of military police at another base, and the commander of that base called us to his office, which is not good. It's not good. And it turns out the guy that I hit in the head with a chair is a first sergeant for the military police squadron on that base. So basically, yeah, this dude is basically my boss's boss's boss on the other, like on another. And when I walked into the commander's office, we walked in as a team, you march in uniforms. And I walked in, I saw him standing behind the desk. Fuck. Fuck. And I even tried. I was so desperate to get out of this trouble that I was like, he hit me with a bottle. And that guy was like, you were all over my wife.
You told me to jump on your wife.
Like a real classy dude. I was like, no, dude, she. All right. And then I was like, this isn't going to help. I should stop. And then because of that, we had to work as officers on that base for 2 or 3 weeks until they found a plane. So we're like cleaning bathrooms and the cafeteria, cutting grass, working the flight line at 2 a.m. And if you think that you could be the sole reason that your team of 12 or 13 people end up working 3 weeks that they could have spent drunk in New Jersey and that they'll just be cool with it?
Not at all.
They won't.
Dude.
They won't be. Yeah, they weren't. Took a while. I had to really butter them up.
Yeah.
I had to really butter them up.
That's a great story.
It was a fucked story. It was so fucked. It was so fucked. I'm not proud of it, but I mean, it happened 20 years ago, so I lived.
Stop saying you're not proud of these things.
I am proud of it. I hit that motherfucker so hard right in the fight. And I saw that he was held. I'm like, people are holding that dude. It's kind of a bitch move to hit him. But like,
the man's on a tee, bro.
Hit him. And right when my conscience, my inner soul, the inner Christian inside me was like, you know what? You're an American patriot. It would be unpatriotic for you to hit this dude in the head with a chair while other citizens whose freedom you're fighting for are holding him back. And then right as that was starting to win my heart over, I remembered that bodyguard picking me up and dragging me away from Pink, who was clearly going to have sex with me that night for sure.
That's where it was going.
Dragging me away and embarrassing me and ruining my chance to be. I could be Mr. Pink. I could be a stay-at-home mom for Pink right now. And instead, I'm upstairs in this shithole. My favorite part of that story is that I danced with Pink for 30 seconds.
That's the best part of the story.
She is so hot. And when I saw her, I had no control. I can't dance at all. And I know I can't dance. And I was just in you. Conscious of how bad. In that second, I was like, fuck it.
We're going. My body's moving.
Let's go.
My body's moving. It feels good.
I feel it.
The only way you could dance with Pink is to dance with Pink. You got to go.
I think the reason she gave me 10 seconds of her time or whatever it was because she saw how hard I tried to maneuver around the bodyguard. And she wasn't famous enough yet for her to realize how creepy it probably was that I did that.
She probably realized. I got to see, dude. So over here at Buckets of Duckets, we fucking love seeing people ruin their careers. We've mentioned it.
Oh man,
we've talked about it. It's one of my favorite things in the world, and we got a fucking a beautiful chef kiss all around for just how good of a career ruining moment happened last night in Major League Baseball. There's an announcer for the Reds. I don't fucking remember his name. It's Tom something. Who gives a shit? He's done. He's a fucking
you'll never hear it again.
He's a homophobic asshole. Dude's he's got a live mic. He gets caught saying homophobic stuff, And
The
guess what?
shit he said sounded like like the first couple episodes of Eastbound and
It
Down.
did.
Like it was unreal,
It did. Uh,
unreal.
Yeah, go. What, dude? I just love the whole setup of it because, like, all right, so Live Mike drops this horrible hate, right? He doesn't know. The producers don't seem to know because, like, 5 6 seconds later, he thinks that everything's starting. He's, hey, welcome to sunny Kansas City, and blah blah, and the whole thing, and then he calls 5 innings of the game.
Before he
Twitter,
finds out,
yes, Twitter is going crazy with
holy
like
shit!
that's what happened was that it gets caught before it starts going around and it's like, bro, what the fuck? He's calling the game not knowing that his career's ending,
That makes it, dude.
or somebody's whispering in his ear like, hey, your career's ending, we're just waiting to find another announcer to take over for you, which is what I think happened. Because I can't imagine that it took, because by the time you're in
That
the
makes
fifth
it so much better.
by the time you're in the fifth inning of baseball, that's like 13, 14 hours. Like, that's a long ass time. Like, it's, I've had time at that point to see. I mean, but for real, I mean, in the fifth inning, that is for real, like at least 2 hours. Like, it's at least two. So, I mean, he had his job for 2 hours after that, where they must have just been looking for another broadcaster of who can take over right now. And
he doesn't know it while it's.
I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't know when he does know. That's the thing. I don't know if they tell him.
It's clear when he finds out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that. But I don't know how long. Like, I don't know if they told him the inning before, or if they told him in the second inning, like, hey, the second we find an announcer, you're out. Like, I don't know what they're, but they cut. They cut.
I bet he makes one of those faces like when Chris D'Elia finds out that you can record Snapchats.
Like, that's what made this so much, like, so great, was that it happened live. So we got to get the apology live. Like, whenever a lot of these dudes get caught, like when Chris D'Elia gets caught, it's just shit's going off on Twitter. Like, yeah, that moment happened, but he didn't. But and so he then gets to like take a day, think about it, sculpt this dude in the moment.
Yeah,
fucking look me in the eye. He didn't get to put out a press release. He didn't get his people to figure out how to like make it better. You get to tell America why we should forgive you, and we're not. I ain't fucking forgiving a goddamn
while you
thing.
know your life has fallen apart as you know it will never be the same, but you have to compose an eloquent speech about why we should let you live.
Dude, just fucking perfect. And so then I'm thinking there's no way this could get better.
I remember he said, beg for your forgiveness.
Yes.
I beg you for
He's begging. This man is begging. He is begging for his career.
He
doesn't just go, by the way, he doesn't just, I know who he doesn't just call like Reds baseball games. He also calls the NFL. Like, he does a lot of stuff for Fox
really?
Sports. Yeah. So he didn't just lose one job. He lost all of his announcing jobs with Fox. And so, but lucky for him, Fox News is gonna pick him up as new correspondent, so he'll be good.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He's talking at the Republican National Convention. And so
that lineup.
So, dude, like I said, I can't get better. That's already amazing that he's having to do this, and in the middle of his somber, bullshit, sad apology, which I can't believe they timed it out this way. But he's back and he's telling us about how he's so sorry and that that's not who he is, that he's a man of value.
It is who you are. If you say it when you think nobody's listening, it is.
That's exactly who you are. Yeah. And he's doing all this and he's trying to put on a good face. And the game's going on. And a dude hits a home run in the middle of his apology. And instead of being like the next guy that picks up for me, he'll just fill in and go, so Castillo hit a home run in the, fill people in. No, he in the middle of, I'm a good God-fearing man, and he got a hold to that one to right field. That's a 2-run home run for Castillo. It's a 4-0 lead for the Reds.
I'm so sorry.
I beg your forgiveness. You know what made me laugh about that was that he literally at one point said, I wanna apologize to the people that write my checks, which is so like that's so transparent. Of like, I just want.
That's the exact phrase. That's the exact phrase that would have worked its way out of the apology had he had any time to think
Exactly.
about it.
Exactly.
First thing to go is hey, let's not apologize to signing. Let's not do that one. Leave that out.
Don't mention that they write you checks whenever you apologize.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna lose my money.
Clearly, I'm the loser.
He looks so broken while it's happening too.
Oh,
and I can't help but enjoy it.
Good. That's what happens. That's what should happen. Oh, what a treat. Just what a treat. And also, he's alone because there's no fans. He's the only announcer. There's probably one other camera dude that's 6 feet away from him. His dumbass is just there, just sitting in it, just sitting there.
Just soaking it up.
And with a drive to right field, Castillo connects. Bruh.
Maybe don't say shitty stuff.
I cannot believe. I wonder what his thought process was. I wonder, like, with making the call. I wonder if he's just been calling games for so long that it was just muscle memory of I gotta call. I can't let the people, or if it was like, hey, one last call. Let's get this job back.
Maybe I can.
Let's get this job. Maybe if
I'll nail this.
Maybe I can show him one big time that I can deliver. And
they'll see this segue and they'll fucking book me next month.
I just gotta lay low for a second, keep my cool. Dude.
Probably not, bro.
Probably not gonna work.
I didn't realize that he didn't. I thought he knew like instantly. I didn't realize that it was like 5 innings before.
It grew. And I don't know if
that makes it so much funnier.
I wonder like when like the people in the truck like knew, because as far as I could tell, it looked like Twitter is the reason that everything started to get hot. Like, because the video that was going around was like somebody like, just took their phone and videoed their TV. Like that was kind of what was going around. Because I don't think it was like it wasn't a national televised game. It's fucking Reds in Kansas City. Like it's not,
That's even better.
Yeah. So it was still on Fox Sports, but it was like Fox Sports Cincinnati or whatever, like,
right.
yeah. And so, yeah.
Just fucked this whole world up.
Yeah, that was one of the best I've ever seen. Man, let's end this shit. My internet's getting fucked up.
All right. It's definitely your internet, not mine, baby.
Hey, all right. Is it fucked up now?
Up. It's back. All right, we're back.
Okay, I'm going to just start and then you close, if it fucks up or whatever. All right, guys, thank y'all for listening. We'll be back next week. Make sure subscribe and review. Get him, Josh.
Subscribe and review. Follow us on Twitter. Go to the website bucketsofduckets.com. Check us out. Subscribe, like, share, write a review. If you live in Ireland, email us. Tell us how you found out about how bad Chase wants to fight Conor McGregor. Here's the reason Chase always closes these out. If you don't wear a mask, get fucked.
Yep. Get them ducats.